All right, boys and girls, we're back and we're going to do a lesson on adjectives and adverbs that compare. So I want you to have your Journeys workbook out. This is part of our grammar lesson. And I'd like you to open your workbook to page 104. And on page 104, we're going to talk about adjectives that compare. Now, you remember that adjectives go with nouns. Adjectives can describe things. They can tell how many, what kind, what color. So we're going to find nouns and words that compare those nouns and describe them. It says adjectives are used to describe nouns. Adjectives can also be used to compare two or more nouns. Now it gets important here. Add the ending ER to most adjectives to compare two nouns. If you're only comparing two things, and you want to say one is bigger or one is sadder or one is higher, we use ER if it's only two people or two things, or we use the word more. Add EST to compare more than two nouns. So if we have more than two things, 3 people are comparing, or 275 people are comparing things, we use most or EST. So let's go to our example. Kim's hair is long. Morgan's hair is longer than Kim's. We're only comparing 2 people, Kim and Morgan. We're comparing their hair. So we say one is longer than the other. And then along comes Jamie. Now Jamie has really long hair. Jamie's hair is the longest of all. Now we're comparing the 3 people, Jamie, Kim, and Morgan. So when we compare 3 or more, we use EST or most. But we wouldn't say her hair is the most long. If it's a one-syllable word, we say it's the longest. Her hair is the longest. Write the correct form of the adjective in parentheses. These are our parentheses. We remember that. Everyone say that word, parentheses. Monarch butterflies are quick than turtles. We are comparing 2 things, monarchs and turtles. Comparing 2 nouns, we're going to use ER. Monarch butterflies are quick than turtles, quicker than turtles, or quickest than turtles. Comparing 2 things, put your answer down. Number 2, one book showed that the butterfly was bright than the flower it landed on. We are comparing a butterfly to a flower. 2 things. Comparing 2 nouns, we're going to use ER. Monarch butterflies are quick, quicker, or quickest. Next. The long section in the book was about migration. Well, when we write a book, each chapter could be a section, or some paragraphs are sections. So we have many sections in a book. We have more than 2 sections in a book. So more than 2, the long section, the longer section, or the longest section. You choose the correct answer. Number 4, male monarchs are big than female monarchs. Now those are a butterfly. They're those orange and black butterflies that we see a lot. Beautiful butterflies. And I didn't know this until now, but the males are, they're big, bigger, or biggest than female monarchs. We're comparing 2, the male and the female. Choose the correct answer and write it on the line. Now, on the next page, we're going to talk about adverbs. And a good way to remember where we use adverbs is that we see the word verb in adverbs. Adverbs tell more about the verbs, so they give more information. And adverbs can tell how, when, or where the action takes place. Or we have verbs of being also. So, adverbs tell when, where, or how something happened. They can also be used to compare actions. Add the ending ER to adverbs that compare two actions. So here we have comparing two. We're going to add ER. To compare more than two actions, add the ending EST. Now remember, sometimes we might use the word more because we wouldn't say quickliest or quicklier. We would say more quickly or most quickly. So some words we're going to add ER, others we're going to use the word more, most, or EST. Number one, or the sample. Len jumped high. I jumped higher than Len. It was just Len and me. And I jumped higher than he did. But then along came Lou. And Lou could jump higher than I could. And he could jump higher than Len. He could jump highest of all. Because now we have 3 people jumping. Write the correct form of the adverb in parentheses again. I thought the whale swam fast, faster, or fastest than the dolphin. We're comparing two. Lee thought the dolphin swam the fast, faster, or fastest of all the animals we saw. So now we're comparing more animals, not just whales and dolphins. We talked softly than we do in school. We talked more softly than we do in school. We talked most softly than we do in school. Well, we're comparing talking at home with talking at school. So we're comparing 2 places. The dolphin dived deep than the school of fish. The dolphin dived deeper than the school of fish. The dolphin dived deepest than the school of fish. This one could be confusing because you might think, well, a school of fish is a whole bunch of fish, but we're talking of just one school or one group. So we're comparing the dolphin with a group. We're comparing 2 things. Okay, write the correct answer. On page 106, we have our spelling. We are going to be changing the final Y to I before we add ES or ED. I'm going to read the words to you. Think about the root words. So number 1, the root word would be city. We change the Y to I and add ES, cities. Number 2, cry. Change the Y and add ED, cried. Number 3, puppies. 4, hurried. I hurry. She hurried. Change the Y to I and add ED. Number 5, stories. 6, flies. 7, parties. 8, tried. I try my best. I did try my best. I tried my best. Number 9, pennies. There are 100 pennies in a dollar. Number 10, fried. Fried chicken. Number 11, carried. 12, babies. 13, spied. The spy spied on us. We change the Y to I and add ED. Number 14, ponies. Faith knows a lot about ponies. Number 15, pretty. So we got back to the root word, no IED or IES. Next review word is very. You are very smart. And the challenge words, one country, two countries. Change the Y to I and add ES. Libraries. Are all the libraries closed? One library. Change the Y to I, add ES for libraries. Okay, I'll be back with some video on vocabulary and reading.